Worthy is the Lamb, for you are holy. Are you Lord God Almighty? Worthy is the Lamb, worthy is the Lamb. I just want to give a short testimony. I actually got saved, I think nearly 3 years ago now. And before that point, I had a very broken life, a very broken childhood. I spent a lot of time being abused. I had children outside of wedlock when I was quite young, and I was in an abusive relationship. And it got to a point where I just wanted to end my life. I didn't want to live anymore. I didn't even want to live for my children. It wasn't enough. Having my beautiful daughters was not enough for me to live. And I was ready to die. I lived through severe depression. All I felt in my mind, constantly in my heart, was this emptiness, this void. And yet I'd been seeking God my whole life, and I just hadn't found him yet. I hadn't opened up my heart to Jesus. And I hadn't really repented of my sin. And it got to a point that God had to physically drag me from the hole that I was in because I couldn't pull myself out. And I had to surrender to him. And I had to admit, either I die now, either I end my life, or I give God a go. And I chose to give God a go. And when I gave my life to Jesus, my entire life changed. It was like it happened instantly. I was no longer the same person. My depression went instantly. My addictions went instantly. My hurt went instantly. And I was suddenly in a situation where even when I was struggling, I still had hope that I was going to get through it. And that's something that a lot of people lack today. They lack hope. When a situation arises and they don't know how to get out, they lose hope. They turn to drinks and drugs and sex outside of marriage. They even turn to suicide because they can't get themselves out. But the truth is, you can't get yourself out. There is no way out by yourself. You need Jesus. Hallelujah. And I'm here to testify to that because I was the one who was depressed and broken and ready to turn to everything but him. And the minute I came to him, I was having to admit to myself that none of these things fulfilled me. The sex outside of marriage, the drink, it didn't fulfill me. Jesus Christ is the only way. I'm stood here today, 3 years on, the happiest I've ever been, the most joyful I've ever been. I've got 2 beautiful children who I'm growing up in the Lord, and they're happy. I'm no longer being abused.
Hallelujah.
I will never, ever turn to the thought of suicide again. Because I have a hope in Jesus Christ. I'm here to tell you today that you do too. It doesn't matter what you're going through. My daughter's disabled, she's got cerebral palsy. And I prayed for her and she's walking.
Hallelujah.
She wasn't meant to walk. They said she wouldn't walk anytime soon. And before her second birthday, 2 people prophesied and said she's going to walk before her second birthday. And a week before, she stood up and she walked as if she'd always walked. And this child is growing and healing and getting better every single day. And this condition, it isn't curable, but in Jesus Christ, everything is curable. So I'm here to tell you, if you've got sickness in your body, anything at all, if you're suffering with depression or addictions that you can't get out of, Jesus Christ can and will set you free. You've got to surrender to him.
Yes.
God bless you.
Sing another song.
Bless the Lord.